John Denver is one of the most, yeah, you can applaud for our band.
Good guys. Doc Severinsen, boys.
Thank you, boys. John Denver, who's coming out right now, is probably one of the most talented songwriters and performers in our business. He'll be appearing at the Greek Theater here September 21st through the 24th. This is his latest album, Rocky Mountain High. Would you welcome John Denver?
Hey,
John?
Thank you.
Be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Millions of hearts have been broken just because these words were spoken. I love you, yes I do. I love you. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Cross my heart, I hope to die. I'll never, never, never tell another white lie. Took my little girl out on a date last night. Next to her, brown and curly hair, I looked all right. Now I'm between the devil and the deep blue sea. Cause I said, baby, you look good to me. I told her I loved her, but oh, how I lied. And now she's getting set to be my blushing bride. If she leads me to the altar, I'm sunk. Cause I can't tell the preacher I was drunk. So Lord have mercy on a no-count sinner. Give me one more chance to let another guy win her. Cross my heart, hope to die. I never, never, never tell her one more time. I'll never tell another white lie. Vodo-de-o-do.
How have you been?
Very fine, thank you.
I remember your last time here, you did a song about Toledo.
Yep.
Right? We heard it from a few people from Toledo. It was kind of a good-natured rib at the town, right?
Oh, yeah, it's a satirical kind of song. And as a matter of fact, about a week after I did that on your show here, we did a concert at Blossom Music Center in Cleveland, Ohio. And there were a lot of people from Toledo in the audience.
What were some of those lyrics in that song?
Saturday night in Toledo, Ohio was like being nowhere at all. And it goes on from there.
But they didn't storm the stage?
No, as a matter of fact, that was just about my most requested song that night.
Yeah.
I had a song I was going to do for you tonight called Forest Lawn.
I saw my producer go,
Yeah.
What
I
is
noticed. I beg your pardon.
No, that's all right. They didn't want you to do it, I assume?
Well, I guess it's a little touchy. I've done it on television a couple of times and did it on an album. And thought, I've always wanted, if I ever got the chance to do your show, to do that song. But I think it's a little bit... We talked to some people, they got the lyrics and everything, and I beg your pardon, you guys.
Well...
No, that's what we're looking for, controversy. It's okay.
People get uptight about it.
Oh, they do. Well, you have to watch things like that, Like I'm sure in the interest of you people especially, I understand they're a little touchy, and you have to watch what you do on television.
Yeah, you really do.
We got into trouble once before. I don't know if I mentioned this last time when we did the I Was Not a Nazi Polka when I was with the Mitchell Trio.
Yes.
Who writes your songs?
Well, see, there are just a couple of things. I used to be a part of a group that was known sort of for the satirical material they did. And we're really the only people that are doing college concerts, for those audiences that are doing that kind of material. And so it's something that since I've been on my own, I've tried to retain. And
I think you're doing a good job.
Well, it goes over great for those audiences.
Sure.
And sometimes you get into trouble, but it's all in fun.
I've been in trouble myself. It's okay.
Did you get followed by the groupies like a lot of the young stars do, the pop stars, or the rock stars that follow them around all over?
No, I really don't have any problems with that. I think my musicians sometimes are a little disgusted with me for that.
Yeah.
I write so many songs about my wife, Annie. Goodbye Again, which I did last time here, and Leaving on a Jet Plane and stuff. And they leave me alone. I think they feel they realize I'm pretty comfortable at home.
Somebody had to ask me to ask you about an experience you had. I don't know whether they're putting me on something that happened during your honeymoon.
Yeah, God, I'll never live this down. Ann and I got married about 5.5 years ago. And we went out to Phoenix, Arizona for our honeymoon. We were at a trailer camp with where her grandparents had stayed, an old people's...
Retirement village type
yeah,
place?
Exactly. And while we were there one night, I'd gone out to see some friends and ended up doing a little guest set at a nightclub out there, and Annie was feeling kind of poorly. And I started getting worried about her, and asked if she wanted to go home. No, she didn't want to. And so the evening progressed, and finally she did feel bad enough that we took her home. And as she kept getting worse and worse, and we've been married like 2 or 3 days. And I was getting very concerned. We went by the hospital. I said, "Now listen, kid, you want me to take you in?" And she says, "No." So we went on. We got to the trailer and went to bed. And she couldn't even undress. She couldn't lie down, And I said, "Okay, that's it. I'm taking you to the doctor." So we called the emergency room. Went there. They couldn't figure out what it was. They gave her some pain pills and decided that they would set up an appointment to see a doctor the next morning, which we did. Went to see the doctor. Went through this whole thing, and Annie was in there. It seemed like years, And pretty soon she came out and wouldn't tell me anything. Just pay the bill, we'll go. And I was getting nervous, and we got outside. I said, "Well, now, what's the matter?" She says, "Well, I was in there, and the doctor was examining me. There was a nurse standing there, and he says, 'What are you doing in Phoenix, Annie?' She says, 'Well, we just got married, been married a couple of days, and we're having our honeymoon here.' She says, 'Oh, is that right? How long did you say you've been married?' 'Just 2 days.' Well, Annie, I'll be honest with you. I think this lovemaking has gotten a bit much for you. I think your husband's cracked your rib."
The new champ and winner.
Oh, it was nothing.
You tiger, you. Huh?
Well,
She's walking around with a cracked rib and didn't know it.
Yeah. And of course, she was embarrassed to death. The nurse was standing there giggling, and...
You were standing there going,
Yeah. Sure. I started bragging to people.
Maybe you're doing it wrong.
That's fine.
I never thought about
Funny
that.
story.